on this. This is the activities of the day of Eid, which is the 10th day of the Hijjah. A very, very important day of Hajj. Very, very important day because of the rituals, because of the activities. So now, let's assume you got your pebbles ready, and this is the size of the pebbles. Basically, as we said, it is bigger than a chickpea, size of a hazelnut, something that you tend, because that's why I say take your time at Muzdalifah or any place to choose your pebble. Don't go just rush into just picking anything. The other thing that you need to be careful when you do pick your pebbles, you will see two different kinds. The pebbles that you want to pick is something that you know it's from the nature of the land. Do not go pick up, cement pebbles. There are a lot of cement ones because of the constructions and everything, and they're crushed, and they're of course mixed with the sand. And you go and you can tell. An easy way of it, and when you rub it, if it kind of really goes basically in a sandy way within your finger, that means it's not a rock, it's not really a pebble. But rather, if you rub it and then it stays the way it is, then it's the natural pebble. But you don't have to go extensively on it. Whatever you make your own ijtihad, alhamdulillah, it's good. And the size of it, as we said, you have to be in kind of just in that range. We're going to talk about stoning the last jamara, and that is the aqaba. Then the hadi and the slaughter. And then we're going to talk about the tawaf and sa'i and shaving and cutting the hair, inshallah ta'ala. So we will talk about these things, and these are 4 things that are very important that throughout the day that we need to do in order for us to get out of the state of ihram. Now, this is something that you want to focus, because a lot of time when you do the extensive reading, this is when you get extremely confused depending on which book you're reading. So to make it simple, our strategy is to avoid the disagreement among the scholars by taking it the extra level, the extra way of you being confirmed, being sure that I'm doing it the right way. There are basically an opinion that says if you stone the Jamaratul Aqaba, so you are still in the Talbiyah, we have left Muzdalifah, we're going toward Mecca, toward Mina, and we are entering the structure of Jamarat. The very first Jamara, the structure you are going to be facing, it's called Al-Jamaratul Sughra, the small one. You're not going to be throwing anything. Why? Because this day, it's only one jamara. You're going to pass it, you're going to go to the second one, which is the middle one, and then you're going to pass it, we're not throwing anything, and we're going to go to the third one. So, we're going to go into details. However, when you do go to the third one, some opinion that says the second you throw the jamarat, basically the 7th one, you are considered to be in a smaller temporary hill, meaning that now you can take off your ihram, you can, all the restrictions of cutting hair and all that stuff will be out of the way. However, that's not a full hill. It means that it's temporary, which means that there are other restrictions that you cannot still do, and that basically has to do with the married couples, the spouses of that intimate relationship, still not allowed. However, this is just an opinion. You get to the Hanbali opinion, Imam Ahmad says that you have to do 2 of the 3. And this is the order of this was not put right. It should be number 4. So if we were to consider this is 1, 2, and this 3, leave this tawaf and sa'i toward the end. That is another rukun of Hajj that we need to talk about. So if we consider stoning, slaughter, shave or cut, Imam Ahmad thinks that you have to do 2 out of the 3 in order for you to be in a temporary hill, meaning that you can do anything you want now except that intimate relationship between the spouses, the 2 spouses. Imam Shafi'i thing his opinion is for you to do, basically, in order for you to get out of it, is to get the slaughter and basically the shave of your hair in order for you to be, of course, after you stone. So after you do the stoning, you do this and you do that, and then you are out, basically, out of the in the temporary head. Imam Abu Hanifa wants you to do all the four, meaning the stoning, the slaughter after that, and then, or the three, and then you do the shaving. So if you do them in order, then you are okay, but you need to do, meaning the four, that in order for you to get it out, you have to do everything with the tawaf. So in order for you to get completely out of it, of the temporary and full hell. Now this is extremely confusing, as I told you. These are school of thoughts. Everyone has his opinion. Everyone has his dalil of it. However, what we want to talk about, really focus today, is that we want to be in the comfort zone, and the comfort, and to be in the comfort zone is to do it in a way that you are being comfortable, that now I can get out of the state of ihram. So we're going to do the stoning anyway, because we're coming back from the jamarat. After we do the stoning, the slaughter, what we call the hadi, this is something that you already have basically give proxy to that slaughterhouse that we call through a rajihi that you paid the 130 for. So this will be done on your behalf in the morning of the day of Eid. So now you are doing this physically. You give wakala or proxy for the slaughterhouse or for the rajihi to request from the slaughterhouse to do the hadi and slaughter on the day of Eid on your behalf. So this is done by you physically, this is done on your behalf. And now, in order for you to be sure, so you get out of this agreement of the four scholars, what you want to do is to add one more, and then you are very comfortably in a state of saying, now I can get out of the state of ihram by taking off your clothes and leaving out the last thing, and that is between the spouses, the sexual or intimate relationship cannot be done except when the whole four are being done. When they all get done, this is what we call the tahallul akbar. This is where you are in a state of hell, the complete state of hell. This is when you're done, basically. This is, you go back to normal status and normal state of hell. So inshallah ta'ala, we are, what I want you to get out of today, in order for you to be comfortable and to avoid the disagreement among the scholars, do three of the four. Do the stoning, the slaughter gets done on your behalf, so you're assuming it gets done, and then do shaving or cutting your hair. When you do three, then now you can take off, especially for men. This is something we're not really comfortable with, and we want to go back to the normal clothing, we want to take a shower. This is what you are able to get back to the normal wearing. You can cut your hair, you can clip your nails, you can actually put a scented shampoo on your hair, you can rub your body with regular shampoo or body gel, whatever. You can go back, and in order for you to be in a complete state of hell, after you do the tawaf and sa'i, then you are back to normal state. That's it. You can do whatever you want. You're back to normal state. There are no more restrictions, exactly as you were before ihram itself.